Welcome to the public input meeting presentation for the North Dakota Department of Transportation's US Highway 81, also known as North Washington Street, reconstruction project from 1st Avenue North to 8th Avenue North in Grand Forks, North Dakota. My name is Dion Rosiniak, and I am the Houston Engineering Consultant Project Manager. On behalf of the North Dakota Department of Transportation, the City of Grand Forks, and Houston Engineering, we want to thank you for taking your time to view this presentation we have prepared for this project. This presentation will include discussion on the following topics: project location, project purpose and need, project alternatives and design features, environmental considerations, right-of-way acquisition, the project schedule, project funding, and lastly, public feedback. The goal of the presentation is to solicit input from property owners, businesses, residents, and others adjacent to the project limits, and answer any questions. Public outreach for this event included postcard mailers to property and business owners, as shown in the shaded map, and social media distributed by the North Dakota DOT and the City of Grand Forks. In addition, the project team visited with businesses and sent postcard mailers as notice of the November 8th Business and Property Owner Meeting, which staff members from the North Dakota DOT, City of Grand Forks, and the consultant project team were available to discuss the proposed project with attendees. Lastly, a public input meeting was held on December 14th at the Hive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and included material from this presentation and meeting handouts, which are available on the North Dakota DOT public events calendar. Public comments received will be responded to in a timely manner and will be included in the final environmental document. The project is located along a well-established corridor of commercial and residential properties along US Highway 81. Reconstruction would begin at 1st Avenue North and extend northward to just south of the 8th Avenue North intersection, as highlighted in green. The 8th Avenue intersection will remain open throughout construction of this project. The project purpose is to reconstruct the roadway, reestablishing the structural integrity of the pavement section, improving traffic safety by replacing roadway lighting and traffic signals, and access management to improve traffic operations for both motorists and pedestrians. The corridor was originally constructed in two phases prior to 1951, as a 26 to 30-foot roadway was widened in 1970, followed by multiple overlays, including the most recent in 2018. The underlying concrete is deteriorating, which results in routine maintenance. The roadway experiences drainage issues, particularly with the southbound lanes from University Avenue northward to 8th Avenue North. Several properties have multiple driveways, which can lead to unexpected turning movements and vehicular and pedestrian conflicts. The existing sidewalks are not compliant with ADA standards and have obstructions and grade issues along the pedestrian path. Lastly, the traffic signals and roadway lighting equipment are nearing or past its useful service life and require replacement. The existing corridor consists of two northbound lanes, two southbound lanes, and a common two-way left turn lane. The current traffic volumes along the corridor range from 13,000 vehicles per day on the north half to over 20,000 vehicles per day on the south half. As previously noted, there are multiple driveways serving properties along the corridor. These properties are also served from the adjacent public street as well. As shown in the graphic, there is limited separation between the pedestrian and vehicular traffic along the west side, with obstructions within the pedestrian path at various locations throughout the corridor. The proposed corridor concept would consist of a similar geometric layout as the existing, with the following changes: reduced driving lane widths from 12 feet to 11 feet to accommodate a paved buffer between the sidewalk and curb, 5-foot ADA compliant sidewalks, removal of driveway approaches to US Highway 81, removal of the 2nd Avenue traffic signal as it does not meet traffic operations warrants, and change this intersection to side street stop control, upgrade the storm sewer system, and install new street lighting and traffic signals at University Avenue and 5th Avenue North intersections. An overview layout of the design concept from 1st Avenue North to 4th Avenue North depicts the 5 traffic lanes, new sidewalk, the proposed paved boulevard areas, as shown in the salmon colored shading, and a traffic signal replacement at University Avenue. This project adjoins a current project south of First Avenue North, scheduled for construction in 2024. As part of the 2024 project, a three-quarter axis will be constructed at the First Avenue North intersection. The proposed driveway removals are depicted by the red shading. An overview layout of the design concept from 4th Avenue North to 8th Avenue North depicts the proposed improvements noted on a previous slide, in addition to the traffic signal replacement at the 5th Avenue North intersection. Based on the 2023 Traffic Operations Report recommendations, there is a design option to consider regarding the 2nd Avenue North intersection. This option includes constructing a three-quarter axis, providing side street right-in and right-out turning movements, with left turns permitted from North Washington Street to 2nd Avenue North. This option would redirect left turn movements to utilize the University Avenue intersection, improving the intersection level service at 2nd Avenue North. This option would also include constructing raised medians through the University Avenue intersection. The US Highway 81 reconstruction project, developed from the East Grand Forks MPO's 2012 Washington Street Corridor Study, which studied the Washington Street corridor from 17th Avenue South to 8th Avenue North. This project will be phase 2 of the long-term plan to reconstruct the Washington Street corridor, aiming to make similar corridor-wide improvements. A summary of strategies from the corridor study include phased construction, consolidate, relocate, and remove access points, revise intersection traffic control, provide a sidewalk buffer, update sidewalks to be ADA compliant, and look into alternative bicycle routes. Strategies directly applicable to this project include removal of driveway approaches to properties that have reasonable access from adjacent public streets and alleys. The corridor study recommended 100% closure of driveways as a measure to reduce conflict and crash potential due to the high density of driveways, which exceed current spacing standards. Other strategies being implemented include revising intersection traffic control at 2nd Avenue North, adding sidewalk buffer concept, and ADA compliant sidewalks. The project is anticipated to be constructed in 3 phases, providing 1 lane of traffic in each direction during construction, and will impact the traveling public's daily commute. Access to and from side streets and alleys will likely be closed during specific construction phases. The work zone areas will be protected to ensure safety of the public and construction workers. No major traffic detour routes are anticipated. However, traffic delays can be expected in the construction work zones. East-west access across North Washington Street is anticipated to be maintained at University Avenue and 5th Avenue North intersections. All business and residential access would be maintained from the adjacent side streets and alleys. Business access signage will be considered during the design phase of this project. The environmental considerations for the project include Section 4F and economical and social. Section 4F facilities, including pedestrian routes, will be maintained during the construction phase. Temporary impacts to business access will also be considered during the project design. Cultural resources and wetlands were not found within the project limits due to the developed nature of the corridor. A noise analysis was not required based on the improvements proposed. US Highway 81 right-of-way impacts are still being examined, but it is likely all properties will be temporarily impacted by the proposed improvements. Impacts resulting from restoration of removed driveways and adjacent parking lots, grading transitions adjacent to new sidewalk, or landscaping tie-ins will require temporary construction easements from property owners. Due to the potential roadway widening in areas adjacent to the three-quarter axis intersections, strips of permanent right-of-way may be required. In addition, the installation of the new traffic signals may require acquisition of property due to limited area available beyond the roadway clear zone. The tentative project schedule is depicted by this timeline graphic. This project began Phase 1 and Phase 2 activities associated with the preliminary design and environmental document earlier this year. We are nearing completion of Phase 2, as highlighted by the yellow star, with today's public input meeting. Phase 2 completion is anticipated in the spring of 2024 with approval of the environmental document. The project will then move into Phase 3, final design, utility coordination, and right-of-way acquisition, with a tentative completion in the summer of 2025. The construction phase is tentatively scheduled for the 2027 construction season. It should be noted the 2025 through 2027 dates are tentative and subject to change. The preliminary cost estimate for the proposed improvements are shown on this table. Column 1 indicates estimated engineering and construction costs for the reconstruction base alternative and the option 1 work related to the 3/4 access at 2nd Avenue North. Column 2 depicts estimated right-of-way acquisition costs for permanent and temporary right-of-way. Column 3 is the estimated total project cost for the base alternative and option work items. Funding sources for the project include a cost share between federal, state, and the city of Grand Forks, as shown on the chart. The cap on the federal share is yet to be determined. Property owners will not be special assessed for the reconstruction of US Highway 81. Your input is valuable in regards to the proposed project improvements. If you have any comments, questions, or recommendations on the proposed improvements, please submit written comments to my attention at the mailing address shown, or submit comments by email to the address provided with the subject Public Input Meeting. You may also visit the project website by scanning the QR code shown and provide feedback through the interactive map or comment card. All comments must be postmarked or emailed by December 29th, 2023. Lastly, we are asking viewers to voluntarily complete the North Dakota Department of Transportation Title VI Public Participation Survey. There are 2 options to complete this form from the North Dakota DOT Public Events Calendar. Option 1, access the electronic survey link or scan the QR code shown. Or option 2, you may download the form under Attachments, Files, Title VI Survey, SFN 60149, complete the form and mail to the address shown. This concludes the public input meeting presentation for the US Highway 81 reconstruction project from 1st Avenue North to 8th Avenue North in Grand Forks. Again, on behalf of the North Dakota Department of Transportation, the City of Grand Forks, and Houston Engineering, we thank you for attending this presentation.